Good morning. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Coffee Chats. How is everybody this fine Tuesday? Woohoo! Today is September the 17th. It's going to be a busy day here at Ridgepoint. I'm excited for the stuff that's happening today. I'll let you know what's going on for the week, and then I'll hand it over to Jeff. So today, I don't know if you noticed, but on the cover of our September newsletter, we have the University of Minnesota Raptor Center here, and they will be featuring 4 unique birds, and it's typically the raptors are an owl, a hawk, a falcon, and an eagle, and so that's at 10 a.m. So I'm going to quickly dash up there around 9:30 to make sure that it's set up properly, but I'm excited. If you have time, come upstairs and enjoy. I think it is such a treat to have real raptors here for your enjoyment. So today at 10 a.m. in the East Lobby, join us please. In addition, we have at 1 p.m. it's a rescheduled art project with Terry, and that's in the art room at 1 p.m. So there is still room, and there's an example of the project over there if you want to take a peek at it. If you have time at 1, go on upstairs to the art room and enjoy getting your creative side on and doing some painting today with Terry. And I think you would pay for that at the class with the art teacher. In addition is our birthday celebration, where we celebrate and gather all birthdays in September, and that's upstairs in the East Lobby as well. And 3 p.m. is our appetizer and beverage, and then 3:30 we have our entertainment, of course, and we have Dale. Let's see, I'm trying to recall his name here. I'm just going to let you know. His name is Dale Martell. So he's the fellow that was actually with the Beach Boys. So he's kind of a fun, talented man, so for your enjoyment. That's at 3:30. So if you're available, come on upstairs and listen to him sing. He's got a great voice. He was with the Beach Boys. I don't know if the original group or as they, went along, but he was a musician with that band, yes. And then also, I'll just keep on going for the week. So, and tonight's our birthday dinner, so that as well. So Wednesday, of course, we have at 1 p.m., we have our TED Talks, and the 3 topics for this week, 2 of them actually have to do with aliens. My search for proof aliens exist, and where are all the aliens? That's the 2. And the third one has nothing to do with aliens. Why you feel younger or older than your age. And that's kind of an interesting discussion. So if you're available, 1 p.m. on TED Talks on 991, or of course it's recorded on our computer in the library. 1 p.m. tomorrow is our writing group. 1:30 is 500, and 3 p.m. is alterations, and 7 p.m. is bingo and 500 on Wednesdays. I wanted to mention this week, usually on Thursday this week, we have our Vision Loss Support Group, which is at 10 a.m. It's generally on the 3rd Thursday of every month. It has been rescheduled with Renee. I believe she let those that have been going to that group know last month, but just in case you're not aware, it has been canceled for this Thursday the 19th, and it's been rescheduled for the following Thursday at 10 a.m. in Marion Hall. So don't show up. Let those that you know that attend that group know as well that it's been rescheduled for next week. And let's see, Coffee Chats on Thursdays, of course, 9 and 11. If you are not able to make it, you can always watch it on 991. And we have our excursion this week, and I'm so excited. I hope it's going to be a great time for y'all. You leave at 9:55 a.m. It's the St. Croix River Boat Tour. And there has been juggling with individuals for moving up, a couple cancellations, and it should be all set to go. Those people know that they have been moved up, but of course it's always wise to take a look at the sign-up sheet to see where you land. If there's usually money involved, I always retype it a couple weeks in advance or 2 weeks in advance with the name. If you take a peek at it, it's your name, and then next to it I'll put the check number. So you'll know for sure if you're going or not. So you can take a peek at that, but that should be a good time. Even if the weather isn't 100% perfect, you can be inside as well, so don't let that deter you. It's a beautiful area. It's a beautiful time of year, so I'm hoping you'll enjoy that. All right, Friday the 20th at 1 p.m. we have our Coffee Chats at 991. We have our Bridge and Poker at 1 p.m. every Friday. 4 p.m. we have our happy hour. And our movie is Arthur the King. A team racing for the adventure of World Championship is pushed to its limit of endurance. A dog named Arthur joins them and redefines victory and loyalty. So it's a sweet movie called Arthur the King, and that's in Marion Hall. Saturday, 8 a.m., we have our men's breakfast, and then also this Saturday is our ladies' luncheon, and it is actually kind of a later meal. It's at 2 p.m., and then our reservation sits out in Lake Elmo, and it's at the Machine Shed. So that is our reservations at these at 2 p.m. this Saturday. 7 p.m., of course, we have bingo every Saturday for you to partake in, and men's breakfast 8 a.m. Every Saturday as well. I'm sorry if I missed that. But that is what I have for the week. Is there any questions? Okay, all right, boy, you all are easy. Thank you. I'll hand it so you can be difficult with Jeff. He gets the more difficult questions.
Good morning. Good morning. I want to wish a happy birthday to my hero. My son Ethan is 21 today. And it is so nice seeing him figure out the world on his own and helping me figure out the world. And I can't tell you how much I love him. And he can throw his fake ID away. Does anyone need to know why you need a fake ID? Okay, you're all mature. Very good. Last Thursday, we had our first politician, I think, in the last couple election cycles that came to Ridge Point. She brought donuts and coffee, and I think about 8 or 9 people showed up. And obviously she would have wanted more. But that 8 or 9, if they're impressed and like that person, they can spread the word and maybe get 2 or 3 more, and all of a sudden you've got 30, 40, maybe even 50 people that were touched or informed about this candidate. I hear there's another one coming up, but what I wanted to say to you folks is if you feel strongly about a candidate, invite them out to Ridge Point. And you might feel like, oh, they won't take my call, they won't listen. They will. Especially any local candidates or whatever, but over the years, we've had Jim Ramstead here, we've had Amy Klobuchar here, we've had Dave Durenberger here, we've had all kinds of statewide, local politicians that come and talk issues and seek your vote. So I just think that getting involved in the political process that way is a heck of a lot better than getting in an argument with your friends on Facebook. So give that a shot. Yesterday, you'll notice that we had an elevator in the west building that was out of order. And that can be a real pain in the butt. Not that we're in a real big hurry to get anywhere or anything, but after you wait about a minute, I think you really start to get frustrated with the elevators. And then when it gets to be 2, 3, 5 minutes, it's very, very frustrating. Those elevators have a sensor on them. And when we hold the door, the elevator will beep and say someone's holding the door. After a minute, if someone's holding that door for a minute, that elevator shuts down and says, if I keep trying to close, something inside me is going to break. So I'm not going to fight it. Who's ever holding the door isn't going to get out of the way. I'm shutting down. That's what happened. So, long story short, don't hold the elevators. And it's interesting that many times operator error is involved. Be it with your computers, what was I just talking about? The elevators, the sign-up sheet for excursions, all that type of thing. So just an FYI, so we all concentrate on maybe putting a little more effort into being good neighbors. It's really kind of simple. Does anyone have anything else they want to add? Or question? Norma?
You just led me right into it. I know how important phones are to people, and I know that we wait for emergency phone calls, but when we're at programs with speakers, when we're playing bingo, when we're playing cards, and people's phones ring and ring and ring, it's very annoying. Thank you, Ken. I was looking for the politically correct
Yeah.
use. So please, I ask that put it on silence or however you want to do it, but don't have it ring. Well, some people don't want to leave it at home. It's their emergency contact, this and that, just like in the classrooms. We've all been through that. But keep it on silence and don't disturb other people.
Yep. And if you're at bingo or if you're down here or whatever, we could say before, have the person with the microphone say, please silence your cell phones. I mean, and remind people of that. My problem is when I silence it, I never remember it, and then I miss calls for the next 2 days because my phone is on silent. So, put it on vibrate. There again, there's another reason why I wouldn't have had to get married a second time, because I've got so many women telling me what to do, how to fix things in my life. This whole table took care of that today. No, I'm going to do it my way, ladies. How does that sound? I'd rather complain. Evie.
How about at the end of a bingo or cards, they say, turn your phone back on? There we go.
I'm going to say that's okay. After today, that will be my idea going forward, Evie. That's a very good idea. Anything else? Okay. Oh, Elaine.
In the past, you have often had residents speak about their lives.
Yep.
And that has been very interesting. And with so many new residents, perhaps that might be something you want to consider again.
Elaine talked about, in the past, we've had people get up and talk about their lives. And as we do go through coffee chats, yes, thank you, Elaine. That stuff is all fine and good. We have a hard time getting it to have legs and continue on. Just like our pay it forward, it's hard to keep that going. Maybe it wasn't thought out well enough or whatever, but on stuff like if you want to get up and tell your story and you think it might be interesting, by all means, talk to Jillian or whatever, say you'd like to talk. It doesn't mean you're an egomaniac or anything like that. Many of you, not many, every one of you's got a story inside you. And they're really cool, and people love to hear them. So, by all means, if you've got a story inside you that you want to share, share it. We're more than willing to listen. Does that sound about right, Elaine?
Yes.
Yep. So we don't have to do it every week. We can just do it whenever the Spirit moves us. Do we have a volunteer for next week? Should we assign someone, Jillian? Okay.
I have a couple people in mind.
Jillian's got a couple people in mind. Of course she does. Yeah, Ann.
when the elevator shuts down, does the elevator repair company have to come out and do something?
The elevator repair company came out, and that cost us about $800. So, I don't want to sit up here and wave my finger, but it costs $800. And that's why sometimes on weekends, if something happens, we'll say, okay, do we have an elevator? Yep, we'll wait till Monday. Because that $800 is $1,600 on a weekend because it's an overtime rate. And $800 sounds like a lot of money, which it is, but they're probably paying their technician $7,500 an hour. They're traveling. I mean, it's a lot of expense to run an elevator company. And so that's just the price of poker. And so, and they're gonna break down enough on their own, let alone we put a bunch of user error on there. I was thinking what we might do is ban a few people from using the elevators, then they wouldn't break. And most of them are on the 8th floor. Kind of a sadist today, I guess. Okay, birthdays today. Anne Heinrich, congratulations. You share a birthday with a wonderful, wonderful human being. On the 20th, Dorothy Howard. On the 21st, Mary's not down here, is she? Scums? Anyone know how to say that name? Scums Oi Vogue. Scums Oi Vogue. Sounds good. Rhoda Tolles and Mike Mudry on the 22nd. Nancy Sunstead on the 23rd. All right. Ed and Betty Edmondson, who actually moved last week, have an anniversary today. 1961. They'd been 63 years. All right, let's sing Happy Birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friends. Happy birthday to you. Have a good week, everybody.